What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Lycan here, back with another Marvel Rival video. This video is going to be about all the upcoming Season 2 changes. So I'm going to be reading the patch notes first and then giving my opinion on the patch notes. But enough of the nonsense, let's jump right into the video. Captain America. Reduce base health from 675 to 650. Reduce the shield value of Living Legend from 400 to 350. Doctor Strange. Decrease the daggers of damage per projectile from 18 to 16. Reduce the Maelstrom of Madness conversion ratio of dark magic to damage from 1.3 to 1.2. Hulk. Increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. Reduce cooldown time for indestructible guard from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Also decrease the minimum charge time for Incredible Leap from 0.7 seconds to 0.5 seconds. Magneto had his ult increased from 3100 to 3400. Tony Parker. Cyber Cluster now has a chance to crit. Also reduce movement speed penalty while firing Cyber Web Cluster from 40% to 20%. She also had her base health increase from 650 to 750. The Thing. Decrease in battle leaps damage reduction effect for himself and teammates from 30% to 25%. Or increase base health from 525 to 600. Increase base movement speed from 600 to 650. Alright, so this is my general thoughts on the Vanguard buffs and nerfs. Captain America made sense because honestly, he's quite annoying to deal with in upper rank play. It made sense that they reduced his health and reduced his shield. Doctor Strange, in my opinion, is the best tank in the game at the moment because he does so much damage like a Thor and at the same time has the survivability of a Magneto. So I'm not shocked that they took away his somewhat of his damage. Magneto, they just, I guess, NetEase got tired of hearing people complain about getting sniped, Cloak and Dagger players getting sniped with his ult. So they said, you know what, we're going to make that happen a little less often. Thor ate this patch as well because now with that increased health and movement speed, as you know, Thor was already able to survive pretty good because of his abilities. Now it's going to be even more. Thing, I don't really think that damage reduction nerf is going to be felt, honestly. And Penny also ate because, well, she was already good on defense. They gave her more health, and now they made it so her primary fire crits. So she's going to be a really good character now. Black Widow added a new effect where Black Widow can directly shoot after releasing the second kick of Edge Dancer and after using Electroplasma Explosion. Hawkeye, reduce the slow effect while charging the bow from 30% to 20%. Increase both instances of damage for Hypersonic Arrow from 50 to 55. Decrease the energy cost for Hunter Sight, his ultimate ability, from 3700 to 3100. And improve the bow draw speed from 1.35 to 1.5. Hella, increase the cooldown time for Astral Flock from 12 seconds to 15 seconds. Increase spell field damage of Piercing Knight from 30 to 35. Decrease the cooldown for Soul Drainer from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Human Torch. Reduce attack interval for Fire Cluster from 0.6 seconds to 0.5 seconds. The launch timing of the primary attack projectile has been advanced. Increase the cooldown of Flaming Meteor from 12 seconds to 15 seconds, but add a new effect. After releasing Flame Meteor, immediately gain 75 bonus health, which will start to fall off 3 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. Iron Man. Slightly reduced Iron Man hitbox size. New feature. Gain 100 bonus health activating Armor Overdrive or Gamma Overdrive that will start to fall off 5 seconds later at a rate of 30 per second. Iron Fist. Reduce the bonus max health gain from Harmony Recovery from 150 to 100, but slow the fall off rate of that health from 25 per to 15 per. Lowered the fixed damage of his primary attack from 10 to 9, but increased the percentage damage of the enemy's max health per strike from 1.7% to 2.1%. Increase the cooldown for Kunlun Kick from 12 seconds to 10 seconds. Mr. Fantastic. Increase base health from 350 to 375. Boost the damage of Stretch Punch from 60 to 65 and 75 to 80 while in inflated state. Flexible Elongation now has a new effect. Enemies within range now suffer a 35% slow effect, and they reduce the Flexible Elongation cooldown time from 10 seconds to 8 seconds. Reduce the elasticity gained from Elastic Strain from 30 to 20, while the elastic provided by stretch punch is increased from 5 to 8. After entering the inflated state, the bonus health provided to self has been reduced from 450 to 400. New feature: when Mr. Fantastic uses Brainiac Bounce, immediately gain bonus health equal to that gained when entering inflated state. Moon Knight: increase crescent dart projectile speed from 120 meters a second to 150 meters a second. Moonblade, new effect: gain 25 bonus health with each enemy hit up to a max of 100. 3 seconds after the bonus health stops increasing, it will start to fall off at a rate of 20 per second. Speed up Moonlight hook pull start time after hit from 0.4 seconds to 0.15 seconds. Extended the duration of his ultimate ability, the Hands of Khonsu, from 3.5 seconds to 4.5 seconds, and increased the number of talents generated during this period from 14 to 18. Scarlet Witch: remove chaos control percentage damage while increasing fixed damage from 60 to 80. Increase Thonian Burst projectile damage from 35 to 40 and spell field damage from 35 to 40. Increase the cooldown of Mystic Projection from 8 seconds to 10 seconds and reduce the phase state time from 2 seconds to 1.5 seconds. Also, rework the slow effect of reality erases to start 1.5 seconds instead of immediately, with a linear increase to 35% slow over 3.5 seconds. Winter Soldier: increase the cooldown time for Bionic Hook from 8 seconds to 12 seconds. Reduce base damage of Kraken Impact from 180, but lowering the culling threshold from 20% of max health to 15%. Finally, Wolverine: increase rage from Savage Claw hits from 7 to 10, while rage gain from Berserker Claw Strike has been decreased from 7 to 5. Reduce rage gain from Feral Leap from 20 to 10, and from Vicious Rampage from 20 to 15. However, rage gain from taking damage has been increased from 3 to 5. Reduce the time an enemy is knocked down after impact of Last Stand from 1 seconds to 0.75 seconds. So just like before, this is going to be my general thoughts on the balance changes for all the duelists now. And honestly, in my opinion, Black Widow feels like it was a useless buff. The main thing about her, I'll die on the hill. They need to make it so she's like Widowmaker from Overwatch, where she can one-shot headshot. Anything else, in my honest opinion, feels useless for her. Hawkeye being able will always be a high risk, high reward character, simply because his whole objective is hitting headshots, charging up the bow. So the fact that they're increasing his mobility and increasing the fact that he can charge faster in both his ult and outside of his ult, he's gonna get a buff, but it's still gonna come down to, can you hit your shots? If you can't hit your shots, it won't matter. Hela, honestly, with Hela, I don't know. They say they wanted to reduce the mobility and increase her offensive power, but all they did was buff Soul Drainer to make it so you can stun people more often. I don't really get what the offensive power update for her was. I'm not really getting that. Johnny or Human Torches, it's a wait and see, because his main problem is the fact that he shoots a shotgun and like he's a ranged character. He doesn't really work in the game for what he's meant to do. Iron Man, now, the fact that they're giving him extra ammo and they're reducing his hitbox size. Now, while he doesn't excel at anything, he's like more chip damage. That might really work out in his favor. Iron Man might be a sleeper pick now. Iron Fist, on the other hand, I'm not an Iron Fist main. I feel sorry for the Iron Fist mains because they honestly just destroyed this character. He was perfectly fine as he was. There was nothing wrong with Iron Fist. You all decided to destroy, or not you all, but NetEase decided to destroy Iron Fist for no reason at all and make him this character that's good against tanks when he was fine as he was. He did good damage. He served his purpose as a dive type character. It was good. You didn't need to make the change of making it so he deals percentage damage. All you had to do was get rid of the B-hop and make it so that people and maybe change it so that the tracking on his auto attack isn't as aggressive, because of the fact that an Iron Man player can be flying away and just easily get chased down because of Iron Fist's tracking. I didn't enjoy that. But outside of that, what was the big deal with him? Mr. Fantastic is going to be a wait and see. Mr. Fantastic has always been a character that, even when he first came out, When he first came out, he was picked somewhat. People played him, but as you see now, for the most part, people aren't playing him. I can't wait to see, but I'm really curious as to what the Fantastic Mains think about Reed. Moon Knight is going to be massively buffed. He was already good. Moon Knight was already a good character. He shredded the triple support matter. He's about to shred the triple support matter even more now because of the fact that the Moonblade, you would always throw your Ankh Moonblade into normal attack, and it would pretty much almost always kill most 250 health. Like, you might need 1 or 2 extra hits, but it would for the most part kill. But they're just pretty much overall buffing Moon Knight, which I thought he was good already. So more Moon Knight buffs kind of can't go wrong. My baby girl Wanda, Scarlet Witch. I love the fact that they got rid of her chaos control % damage, because they said, oh, we want to increase her threat level against strategists and duelists. She was never good against tanks. Why are y'all making it sound like she was some tank killer? She has never been a tank killer, like, ever. She's been, if you were using Scarlet Witch to kill tanks, you were playing Scarlet Witch wrong, because yeah, no, that was not her purpose. She was meant to duel. If you check out my guide, I'll leave a link in the description or pin the comment somewhere, but she was meant to kill duelists and strategists. She was not meant to kill tanks. So I don't really get, like, I'm happy for the buffs. I'll take the extra damage on her primary fire. I'll take the extra damage on her Thonian burst. Yeah, her cooldown on her mobility mystic projection is kind of fucked, but you can make it work. And the fact that now she can move faster in her alt means you can chase people down easier. So Scarlet Witch got a massive buff. Winter Soldier honestly isn't really that different. Yeah, they changed his hook. You can't hook as often. And yeah, they nerfed his alt, but they also lowered the threshold in which it for the auto kill. So it's like, is it really a nerf? I think it's just he plays differently now, not really a nerf. And Wolverine, I'm not really a Wolverine main. I've been trying to learn Wolverine, so I'll leave it for the comments down below. Let me know, what do you think about the Wolverine changes? All right, last but certainly not least, strategists. Adam Warlock. Increase the cooldown for Soul Bond from 30 seconds to 40 seconds. Karmic Revival now restores 30% of fallen allies' maximum health instead of the fixed 100. Cloak and Dagger. After activating Eternal Bond, the duration of the first 3 healing zones will no longer be calculated separately. Instead, they will remain active until the duration of the final healing zone ends, at which point all will be removed together. Invisible Woman. Decrease the shield value of Guardian Shield from 300 to 250. Loki. Increased regeneration domain cooldown from 25 seconds to 30 seconds. Mantis. Reduce base health from 275 to 250. And now, effects of Healing Flower and Allied Inspiration can be stacked up to a maximum of 16 seconds. Rocket Raccoon. Decrease the healing area of Repair Mode Spears from 70 health a second to 50 health a second, but add a new effect of one-time healing of 55 health to allies hit. Projectile speed reduction increased from 4.5 meters a second to 7 meters a second. Extend the cooldown for jetpack dash from 6 seconds to 10 seconds and reduce the dash distance from 10 meters to 8 meters. Reduce Sia, his ultimate ability, damage boost from 40% to 25%, but add a new effect during the ability duration. Linked allies will receive an additional 100 health points per second, capping at 150. After breaking the link, this bonus starts to fall off after 1 second at a rate of 75 per second. Additionally, increase the energy cost from 3,700 to 4,000. We now have new team ups in the game. First up, Arcane Order, Doctor Strange and Scarlet Witch. As a team up anchor, Doctor Strange now gains an extra 100 HP, and Scarlet Witch gains a new ability called Mystic Burst. Next up, Stars Align, Captain America and Winter Soldier. As the new team-up anchor, Captain America gains a maximum health increase of 100 and a 5% boost in damage output. Winter Soldier now unlocks a new ability called Stellar Impact. Mental Projection, Emma Frost, Psylocke, and Magneto. As the team-up anchor, Emma Frost gains a maximum health increase of 100. Magneto receives a new ability called Magnetic Resonance with his team-up through Emma, and Psylocke receives a new ability called Soul Resurgence. Okay, now these are the new team ups that have been adjusted or removed. Rocket Raccoon and Winter Soldier. Winter Soldier no longer has the Infinite Grit ability with Rocket. Luna, Snow, and Namor. Namor no longer has the Frozen Spawn ability from Luna. Dimensional Shortcut, Magic, and Psylocke. Psylocke no longer has Psionic Disc from Magic, Gamma Charge, Hulk, Strange, Namor. Doctor Strange loses Gamma Maelstrom ability that he previously got from Hulk, but now Namor gains a Gamma Monstro ability from his team up with Hulk. Metallic Chaos. Scarlet Witch has been removed from the Magneto team up ability, and Magneto now loses his ability from that team up since Scarlet Witch has been removed. And finally, Voltic Union. Thor, Captain America, and Storm have all been removed and no longer have any of their abilities from their team ups. If you made it this far in the video, like, comment, and subscribe. All right, let's talk about the strategists. If we're honest, compared to the duelists, the strategist changes aren't that big of a deal. For example, Adam, I don't think Adam's changes is gonna make him played anymore. I don't believe people are gonna pick him over Cloak. I don't believe people are gonna pick him over Mantis. I don't believe people are gonna pick him over Luna. And those are the first three that people are going to go to automatically. Like when you think of your healers. The Cloak and Dagger and Invisible Woman changes really don't change anything in their dynamic with them because it's pretty much the same play style. The Regeneration Domain will Loki players will feel that simply because you're not going to be able just to pop Loki's domain to out tank a Psylocke alt or out tank a Scarlet alt. Like you're going to have to use that more sparingly. Are you going to use the heal? Are you going to use the tank? Like things like that. The Rocket Raccoon changes are the changes where I want to wait and see. Because they're buffing his healing, but they're also nerfing it. They're also nerfing his mobility. And they're nerfing or changing his ultimate to make it so now instead of as much of a damage boost, you're now getting healing plus damage. I personally don't think people already hated the Rocket pick. They're going to hate Rocket even more now if you're telling me, oh, it doesn't heal that much and it doesn't give that big of a damage bonus. Yeah, people are going to hate him 100%. The team up abilities, the only ones that I've actually thought about and thought were going to be good were the Scarlet Witch and the Psylocke. Those two, and the fact that Psylocke gets an extra clone with Emma, and Scarlet Witch with Doctor Strange now gets this new ability that just lets her melt and do damage. They are going to be used more. I don't think Captain America Winter Soldier is going to be used that often. I genuinely don't. Yeah, they removed Winter Soldier from the Rocket, so like, but I honestly feel as though they should have just left him be. He could have had two. Namor is also going to be another sleeper pick, or not sleeper pick because he's popular in Grandmaster, but the fact that now he gets a turret that shoots a gamma tracking laser beam, yeah, he's going to get picked more just because of that. Him and Hulk. Now, granted, Hulk is banned typically in upper rank play, but still, if he's not banned, people are going to play Hulk Namor.